Hi there. I've gotten back into making some videos. I've got a little bit of time on my hands, which you will hear about in later videos. But right now, basically this is just me saying we are coming to the end of what has been one of the strangest years in my lifetime. And I mean, I've had some strange years. I spent 2 years in Tuktoyaktuk, which is north of the Arctic Circle. So I got to experience what it was like to have 24 hours of darkness and 24 hours of daylight as well. I've been in places like Baker Lake, Nunavut, where it is basically a horizontal sun all winter, and very, 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 very cold. But nothing, I think, prepared me for COVID-19. I mean, this has been a really bizarre year. But on the other side of that, I have been talking for a long time about simplifying gear. I have been talking for a long time about trying to make some sense of all of the photographic things that I own. And I have actually made some progress. Sadly, I am now completely divested of all Pentax gear except for some of my old film gear. That was a decision that was tough to make. I really enjoyed using it, but I found that as I more and more got into mirrorless cameras, I had less and less interest in picking up the Pentax. It always seemed that it was, I don't know, I enjoyed the relative simplicity of mirrorless. Now, many people will argue that point and say, well, mirrorless is far more complex, but not really. With the mirrorless cameras, I saw exactly what my picture was going to look like. I made adjustments on the fly much more easily, much more quickly, and the result was that my hit rate when I was shooting things that were, I will say, critical, for lack of a better word, my hit rate was much better with the mirrorless because I knew what I was getting right away. Now, are there drawbacks? Of course there are. Neither system is perfect. No systems are perfect. I mean, regardless of what some reviewers will try to make you believe, you are not going to become a better photographer because you use a Canon or a Nikon or a Sony or a Fuji or whatever. Instead, photography is going to basically give you what you put in. If you put in the effort to learn whatever camera system you have, then you will improve as a photographer. If you spend more time looking at composition and getting the exposure to where it looks right to you, then you will become a better photographer regardless of what camera you use. So, whenever I talk about gear and I talk about brands and so on, remember that the only gear really that I'm talking about is gear that I own myself. I will talk about Olympus gear because I own Olympus gear. I will talk about a little bit about Sony because I do own one Sony camera. I will still talk about Pentax even though I have sold off my Pentax system. That does not mean that I see anything intrinsically wrong with Pentax. So, get rid of the brand loyalty thing. Stick with the fact that learning the craft, the skills involved in producing good photography, and then apply those skills to something that you enjoy, something that you want to photograph. Anyhow, folks, like I said, it's just me kind of pointing out the fact that over the next little while there will be some new videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like. If you want to see more of my videos, then subscribe to this channel. And of course, if you think anybody's going to get anything useful from this video, then share it. Well, bye for now.